Hello, my name is Matt Smith. I'm a regional sales manager for E-PAK Machinery. I'm presenting the E-PAK Machinery 4-station inline spindle capper. This capper was designed with flexibility, longevity, and the customer in mind. We are aware that there are many different types of threaded closures that require application, and we pride ourselves on being able to provide a solution. Our 4-station capper was designed in such a way that one day you could be running a container that requires a 10mm cap, and the next day you may be running a container that requires a 120mm cap. This capper can do them all. Not only do we need to be able to accept a wide range of closures, we also have to be able to accept a wide range of containers. Our capper will accept containers ranging in size from 1 ounce to 2.5 gallons without issue, and with heights ranging from 2 inches up to 18 inches without modification. These containers could be a wide range of shapes, sizes, materials, etc. Starting with safety features, we have several different solutions. Our standard unit utilizes our mini guarding only at the infeed of the machine. It completely encloses the infeed side of the capper and has an access door to provide access. There is an interlock installed on this door, so during operation, if the door was opened, the machine power would drop out, preventing the possibility of injury. When necessary, we also manufacture full guarding for the capper, which includes an interlock door at the infeed, interlock door on the front of the capper, and an interlock door on the discharge side of the machine. Once again, if these doors were to be opened during operation, the power would drop out, preventing the possibility of injury. We also manufacture an explosion-proof version for when flammable chemicals are to be capped. All motors would be explosion-proof. All electrical components would be in an air-purged enclosure, with all necessary sensors being fiber optics. Starting with the cap delivery chute of the capper. It comes standard black anodized, which will withstand exposure to many different chemicals. The chute is easily adjustable for different diameters and heights of caps. When necessary, we can also adjust the delivering pitch of the chute separate from the rest of the machine. All adjusting knobs for the chute are easily accessible at the infeed side of the capper. Now we'll go over the specific parts of the capper. We just discussed the chute a moment ago. There are 8 spindles inside the capper that apply and tighten the caps. This is done with the use of polyurethane wheels. We can provide different durometers of hardness of wheels depending on your application. We fully stock durometers of wheels ranging from 20 to 70 in hardness. The typical application utilizes a wheel durometer of 55. They are also easily replaced by removing 4 screws when needed. Each spindle is attached to a shaft that is driven by its own gearbox. The second, third, and fourth sets of spindles all have their own air-driven clutches. We also need to be able to control the container as it is being capped. We control the containers with the use of gripper belts. We have available options for several different sizes of belts depending on your requirements. We can equip the capper with single 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, or 1.5 inch wide belts, or dual 3/4 inch belts. We also manufacture dual gripper belts where, when needed, you can drop off the bottom set and just run with the top set. The gripper belts are adjusted in and out with this hand crank. Inside the capper, we utilize spring-loaded poly stabilizer feet to keep constant down pressure on the top of the cap as the wheels are spinning it on. These are also height adjustable. Moving to the control panel for the capper, the first switch you will see is the main power disconnect. This will be in the on position when running. When the power disconnect is switched off, the capper can be locked out with the pull-out tab on the switch itself. Next is the master on-off switch. This capper comes standard with a motorized power height adjustment that moves the capper as a whole either up or down based on which way you move the switch. We have 2 different switches for the spindle wheels. The first power switch for the first set of wheels is here. The first set of wheels can be run either in forward or reverse. Typically with the 4-station capper, we will run with the first set of wheels running in reverse. This is a really great function for closures that are prone to cross-threading. We actually backspin the caps until they are flat prior to being started by the second set of wheels. This makes our capper even more user-friendly. This is the speed control for the first set of wheels, and the speed of the first set of wheels can be adjusted separately from the remaining 3 sets of wheels, which are controlled together. The next power switch, which is named capper, is here. It controls the on and off of the wheels as a whole and the gripper belts. Here is the speed control for the second, third, and fourth sets of wheels, and here is the speed control for the gripper belts. If equipped, this capper can also control the conveyor that runs below it. Here's the on-off switch, and here is the speed control for the conveyor. If equipped, this capper can control a separator, whether it is a metering wheel or a belt, to control the flow of containers into the capper. Here's the on-off switch, and here's the speed control. If equipped, this capper can also control a cap sorting elevator. Here's the on-off switch, and here is the speed control. For maintenance purposes, we make the internals of the capper extremely easy to get to. Simply lift the hood like you would on a car. All but 2 bearings on this capper are sealed, making preventive maintenance quite simple as well. There are 2 points that require periodic greasing. They are here. This is the only location on the capper that needs to be greased. Now we move on to sorting devices, and I have 2 examples to show you. The first one is a vibratory bowl. We have our vibratory bowl specifically manufactured for your application. They utilize mechanical means and air jets to manipulate the caps in order to get them to be properly set when they are fed to the capper chute. Here is the on-off switch, and here is the speed control for the vibratory bowl. Both the vibratory bowl and the cap sorting elevator are operated by the full chute pause fiber optic that is mounted to the capper chute. If the sensor is blocked, it pauses the operation of the sorting device. When the sensor is cleared, the sorting device automatically begins to operate again. Last but not least, we have the cap sorting elevator. This machine relies on gravity and the weight of the caps to properly sort them on the cleated belts and feed them to the capper chute. Caps are heavier one way than they are the other. The heavier side will cause the caps to fall off of the cleats based on the angle that the elevator is sitting at. We also equip our sorting elevators with a bump out, which we can adjust for more troublesome applications or when we deem it necessary. This is adjusted by loosening up the 2 knobs, one on both sides of the elevator, and then either pulling it out a little or pushing it in. Sometimes it's necessary to run different sizes of caps on the sorting elevator. If this happens, we can build you custom belts that will need to be changed out depending on the application. When you have a need for a replacement part for your machine, our spare parts room is fully stocked and ready to provide you with what you need typically within 1 business day. We also provide at no cost 24/7 technical support, and a majority of issues can typically be resolved either with a video conference or a quick phone call. Thank you for your interest in the E-PAK Machinery 4-station capper.